Democratic Party eternity I can say MP Pemanyo Krono Asha Siem Egusi Commonama de Siani Etimia woman Fimpim Minu ne Adonu Wachaba to Motumi Edi to say Kunimka say Omaganama Enye Asemkuma Kram. Na Church for Penny Abed de Chedima MP Pemanyo Krono Eye Haruna Mohammed de Sam Atuja Hmsem Amayokono Gusu Senema Etimia Boa Manfimpim Yenu Adonu Wachaba to Motumi Maji Ambeje Omagana to me bio Esan Edi Omagana Esum. Ne kase mando ata eye wukwada eye for so boss manda taso eye edunsiam ena Haruna Mohammed ede penifo din koma no wachire musem wo hwe Ghana man panin dwan do mani mahama obata magana banwa so deda na hihye bia maye jama na mapapa amanda do tuye e wo mmiri atwam na no oguso agotu ni senti wanu wa yinso sem yakopɔ ya adoma 2028 MP amaye ko betuna beje Ghana manyuko no anase omen asan ede esi omna so ode sɛ to dwamra Endrata National Council MP amenyo komperi fo kwatena ase hwehweye echire mi so mamoden ya epa wabejoko bia professor Makokwe da no so mamoden ya kwatena ase na hwehwemu emfanfa empempem mienu ene adunia bato no munkuguo kese MP amenyo ko ni die no ma hye pafanfa hom no mu kwampo betumi afa so na san nkuguo yi eto betumi atwa de amenyo ko yi omo san so hwehwemu ahunu sem amenyo ko no so emla hodo bata amenyo ko no de ankwanka mamoden atena san hwehwemu aboa MP amenyo ko no atimi ejamana so ye pam na honna Muhammad echire mu sem yanka nkyere Ghana fo nyina sem nyankopɔ ya adoma sɛ de ani sɛm ekɔ bɛgye ɔman na wɔn no ntumi hu bɔtɔ ne fa kura fa hyɛ mu de sɛ de tie bia no 2028 nkunum bɛsen akɔ de MPP ma yɛku no ɔmaso ba ɔman Ghana ne mpere no ɛso bio.
You will remember that on the 2nd of January, we had a National Council of which this ad hoc committee was set up by National Council to look at two issues. One is to look at the reasons why we lost in the 2024 general elections. And the second is to look at possible amendment and restructuring of the party. We gave them 3 months. Today was the day for the submission of the report of Professor
DLFM 106.9.
The National Council before then had a National Executive Committee meeting to discuss and deliberate on other matters of the party, and proceeded to the National Council where this report was submitted. Knowing the MPP from where we have come from, the MPP, the members at National Council were very focused, were very determined, and very sure, based on the discussions that we had before the presentation of the report, showed how resilient and prepared we are to fight on in 2028 to wrestle power from this very incompetent government. So the mood of the people did stand with the tradition and history of the New Patriotic Party.
Any awuti atwatwerefo penny ebedi akire edema MPP amanyoko no ne den edi Haruna Mohammed ne ana wote yi ene wa chenso enda dom kuma ma shebetwam wanom ba no dini onu kran so na ya de shom wafutu wanom ma shebetwani Alexander Fonyo market den sam tuja kire misem ye ka sei emna Ghana man panin John Dramani ma bejo o man Ghana boss wonom na o man yeti asumdwe mu pa nanso nanso ba yi ene ma ageta e wo man yi mu a chese ne man Ghana man yosem ana afenso kameka be membo no es ni trase wanom tatai MPP amanyoko ni ma enko anka ne yekura Ubi wa no nwe kaka semi de fa na ba ho pe ne ye chew ne ye buru wa man mo kirem se ha adwenye pam eno a chensu boko ne mpatem asomdwe ba kakra kama na sempem endi sama nyeko be fa ma Ghana bandwa tra su be Ghana man pani yenim de odo ya man boko fo nto kwa sa kanya mu a ha adwenye pam de senti Ghana man pani onya ho biribi afi nso ade hye oye o madwuma mu no onja ye friso ma ye tim sese ne sabi ni panya adwuma nye na be yafu badwuma na ban so pam o ma Ghana man pani ye kwa su diem etete o man so nti o ma wade anya bibi mfa no man ekonanim e wo mpuntu mu.
All it can to ensure the peace in Boko. The situation is getting out of hand, and they inherited a peaceful country. They must keep it peaceful. What is happening in Boko, where security personnel don't feel safe, is not the best for our country. Second, we are also concerned about the persecution and the harassment of political opponents, particularly our party members and former appointees. MPs are now being harassed by expressing their views on governance issues. We urge government to demonstrate tolerance. After all, when they were in opposition, they were at liberty to raise a number of issues. The recent event at the residence of Reverend Kwadwo leaves so much to be desired. Very unfortunate. In any event, they could have used due process of law to, invite him. And then the final point, government must focus on issues of governance, creating jobs, and helping better the lives of the people. We are still aware that a lot more are being dismissed from various state institutions that are even very independent and are limited liability companies and whose budgets do not rely on government budgets. They are very independent, who have recruited people for 18 months, 12 months, and they are just being sacked here and there. The government must take note of it.
Any awoti ye dom kwa masebetwam. Wanom bando tinonu kwa yanso na ya dehia. Wanom ewa futu mrashebetwane. Ne den edi onimnyamfo Alexander Afenyo Markin.
Yentoa kasebone so na donkumu omuwa ye mrashebedwafie abekasa ede afa ye otemuafo pani Gertrude Tokno mpesa omunyinu emfemfiri na dwum na ye ekuo no ekira omuhu ne se eye judge bi ono ne be endi samanyoko no ana mpesa omufa no na ono be hye eye Gertrude Tokno anan na eye mrashebedwani ede masoame eye John Dako abra okasa e press conference ase ai no call so endrada eye oforin so bosomi ne de to so eye dunsia e won fimpi mienu ani aduonunum na oche se ye dwumadu omudi den embo akrakrakrakra sansai omudo omuhu ne se enfam na kwan so na emoma otemu afopeni ompesa omuyinu efefi wo no bibia che se onye boni bia nu ntenam so emombetimi ayi no afri ho na ye court ne kra che se ye petition omode ba ye no sabi entiase bia anim e wo se omobomodin anomutimi yi eye Gertrude Tokno yi edi free eye abamu na ye Supreme Court krampo no watu asem no ahyedo mo che se eye justice be entimi ambanti no omatu asem no ede asheda.
Petition we have gathered is to malign the head of the judiciary, perfect her removal, and thereby silencing the judiciary, and finally to exert control as the offshoot of the PNDC, the NDC government, of course, did back in June 30th, 1982. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, the framers of our constitution made each of the arms of government independent and separate, yet made provisions for checks and balances, and that will ensure respect for each branch of government. The framers did not provide for an executive overreach drawn from funny allegations such as the one against the current CJ. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, that the petition to remove the CJ stems from allegations that the CJ advised the then President Akufo-Addo, to promote a number of judges to the Supreme Court. We also told that the CJ is one of her sins is presiding over a matter involving the Speaker of Parliament in an ex parte motion. We are told that a gentleman who committed contempt in facie curia and was thus accordingly punished by the courts once the CJ removed because he has been punished by the court, not the CJ. One of the last allegations we've heard, which is ridiculous, is the fact that the CJ has misappropriated some 75,000 Ghana cedis, an accusation which from the judicial service has been dealt with by the Auditor General's office. Ladies and gentlemen, under Article 146 of our Constitution, the grounds for the removal of CJ is clearly stated. And if you permit me, if I may quote, it says that a justice of the Superior Court or a chairman of a regional tribunal shall not be removed from office except for stated misbehavior or incompetence or on grounds of inability to perform the functions of the office arising from infirmity of body or mind. To our development partners and foreign missions in the country, this is the time our country needs the most. The destruction of our judiciary will begin the end of our country's.
Eniya uti ye eye mashebedwani ede maswame ye John Dako no kire mu se ye otemu afopeni onye boni bia nti omunya so mpese omuyi no edi free na dwuma mu no.
Yentu aka sebo se nkopie mu e Chief Justice onom na Ghana oye otemu afopeni ne den ede Gertrude Alaba Esaba Teknom ode sema tudwa echirim sem wapau dwumade furu baba pa na Ghana aboa pa ma yen Julie system sene yati omeme bo wode apeni bia o makwadare wonimdie mu enimumra etimi etena asem so edi asem feko no ebetumi akwanka momei atemuo etimi akwankan e wo halo so pam ɔde sɛ de tudwa ɛndra dama na dwumadie no ɛkɔ ɛwɔ law compress ɛwɔ nkrabapore mantam ɛna chief justice alaba tekno esaba ɛkyerɛ mu sɛ mpa berebi wɔ hɔ no mo som ɔman Ghana som papa ɛkɔ nka no yɛ paa na mom wɔn mpɛ sɛ mo trɛtrɛ mu paa na ɛkɔ akyi na Ghana ni biara ɔqualify no ɔtumi yɛ akwanya ɛna ɛsɛ ofira nkwankora nnwuma mu so wɔ aba nnwuma mu pa ɔtumi yɛ akwanya nso kɔsom na ɔkɔbɔ na temu no ɛtumi kɔ nka no yɛ pam wakasa ɛkyerɛ mu sɛ wohwɛ mo kɔboa pa ɛboa ma temu kɔ so ɔman Ghana mu na ebi ma som pa na mekɛsɛ ma bɛyɛ professional jurors ane ma ɛkɔ yɛ pa de mo ɔman nanso ɛbɛyɛ sɛ bɛtuma tɛtɛ kɔma na abɔ nipa doɔ na ɛtuma nyɛ kwanya na wɔnom so ɛde ɔmo akɔhyɛ mu piem ɔkyɛm sɛ du baabi a obi wɔ hɔ no ma na court wobɛkɔ no baakofoɔ ɔkɔ high court ɔkɔ kyɛsɛ ne court ahodoɔ no nyinaa bi enti asɛm baako ɛkɔ ha no wobɛkɔ na ɛnam asɛm foforɔ ɔkɔdi wɔ court foforɔ nti no na wantimi amba ɔkyerɛm sɛ deɛ ba ne saa ɛmmoa kora nti ɛfiri na wɔde kɔkɔbɔ de abɔ ɛyɛ Julius no nyinaa sɛm wonim sɛ woka ɔmo ho a ba ɔmɔden asɛ asɛm no ɛne ɛwɔ wobɛkɔ appeal court a ɛnkɔpiam Supreme Court ɛfiri sɛ ba ne saa ɛha adwenye pa no nim sɛm sɛne motomoto bɛboa pa ɔman Ghana temuo ɛmmra no ɛho dwumadi ɔmu tie no akɔnkan ma sɛ obi asɛm kɔ court a watumi adi no ha so mɔman yakɔ yɛnim awɔ atɛntenene emu.
The following administrative directions already exist for presiding judges and registrars of high courts where trials on indictment are to be held to assist in speedy and effective trials. Please ensure that under no circumstances
DLFM 106.9
on the list of more than one court, thereby eliminating the possibility of any juror being involved in cases pending in more than one court. Trials are to be conducted from day to day, all day, such that the courts in the criminal sessions will be able to determine one case from start to finish within a few days before beginning the hearing of another. Judges are respectfully required to comply strictly with the practice direction effective case completion planning strategies of 2019 found in the 2017-2020 1 SCGLR 422 and the practice direction on jury trials which came into effect in May 2024. Since disclosure is mandatory by the decision of the Supreme Court in Eugene Bafuboni versus the Republic, 2017-2021 SCGLR 327, and the timing of disclosure has been held to be important in determining whether or not adequate facilities have been afforded the accused person to be able to put up a defense. It is expected that the prosecution will be directed to file full disclosures in the cases before the jury is empaneled in order to avoid delays by keeping jurors on hand without actually doing any work. The timeous filing of full disclosures would even inform accused persons or their lawyers of the opportunity to take advantage of plea bargaining. Because of the direction that disclosures be filed in full before cases are listed, jurors should not be summoned or empaneled until disclosures are completed.
Any AOTA Ayomai Ghana Temua for Penny, Mechra Chief Justice. Neden Ede Gertrude Alaba Esaba Tekno.
Yentwa Kasia Boneswe na Minister of Communication ono aso na ye Nhyiraba Dwani ewo Ningo Pram Sam Nate George abekasa echemu se ya aban dada na MPP aban no ye sim registration exercise no mo ye no eye fraud ye papa san so ma se nipa adaje san so na ma se sika bebra mfaso bia entimi amba so na wo chema eye ade akontabuo enam kwan so eba san so matu ho anamon dada ntu yo pani kwankyerefo na so da bibia no na so wo di dwuma bia wa se wo hwe se eye akontabuo betimi aye adwuma emfa wa wo pe enye ne opese ne be ya wo betimi enya ho mfaso na onu do susu se eye sim registration ne de eye ntro na fraud ankasa na MPP aban no ebeye made ema eye timemfo no.
It's not a re-registration, it's a registration. You would be doing a re-registration if there was a registration in the first. There was a sham, there was a hoax, there was a hoodwinking of Ghanaians, an unfortunate episode in the history of our country, irresponsible public governance, to put it lightly, where Ghanaians were told they were registering. Meanwhile, no registration was happening. Early days yet, the Attorney General has a responsibility to hold everyone who holds public office. And today
have you found the Attorney General with anything?
We have sent some information to him, and we're still building further evidence and sending to the Attorney General. Look, I sit in this chair today mindful of the fact that tomorrow I won't be here, and my actions and inactions will be held accountable. And that's what those who occupy this seat before appear to be oblivious to. Because when you look at the brazen nature of their reckless actions, it leaves you asking yourself, Do these people love this country to start with? Do they understand what it means to be Ghanaian? And do they understand the weight of responsibility that sits on your shoulder when you hold the high office of Minister of State? Because I cannot for the life of me imagine how today, vested with this responsibility, I will act in such a reckless manner. To take the country down the road for 2 years, between 2021 and 2023, claiming that you were doing registration, taking the biometrics of citizens and not cross-managing them well, in flagrant disregard of our data protection laws and our cybersecurity laws. I mean, people must have a certain modicum of respect for the Ghanaian.
Enwachi ana Sam George etwasu no kase we hu bi penti ana okasa no na yade ane maame krampo no mutimi fraud no eyi eye 24,000 Ghana cedis edi free eye ni mobile money.
In my poor mother's case, just after I was appointed minister, they called her and said, oh, because of your son now, we want to protect your mobile money. And so verify your PIN. And the poor woman, I'm telling you, my mother, she's alive.
They actually use your appointment?
We are on the 24,000. And I told her, I said, but when they called you, why didn't you call me to confirm? We get it. But
the fact is, it's true that you've been appointed.
But this is real.
On a reality.
Yes, but this is real. But this is real. You get it. And so the question again is, are there real instances of connivance by staff of some of these mobile money operators?
Are you looking into that?
That's all the investigations that will happen. Like I said,
after the
first meeting, we're going to be asking them to provide us reports on the measures they are taking to protect their customers.
Enia Witi a Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovation, Honorable Sam Adwoa George.
Yantu akase wonu so na Ghana de hye bi akasa kire madwen ede afa etifede mantemu mekire boko upper east region ntokwa do ekoso no akire madwen ede afa hum na Ghana fo ni bi akase kire mu a omanga na yenhwe han pa wo manyimu a ha dwenje pefiri sem okopiem ewo boko ne mpotemu a yene amahudo bi ene bohye ni senti eba ne sene Ghana etumitira omanyimu na yede omanga na dache ene ne nkwadi agrosa asesabi yebetumi anhwe han sama bokofo akontoka madache yahwe ni ya na amahudo bi so atoatifo atuo de show man so Ghana beje ensem kram emna de yekase bona de hye bi twi komo no mu kire mu sem eye nwanwa se oman yetumi ko bobosi amonone na yeba na diskane ko akohye ntokom akopata ntokwa boko aben Ghana ntisabi ya dwene ni fia na ade hye mi agaze kire mi se ha dwen yepa ne senti wamonti ase Ghana sesika ade ko pata ntokwa e boko kura vise nkoyi ebuma za agaze kire mi se nanim yata ade ba ko ebehia ne sem na nanam ahemfo a wono mo atifo de mantemu emfre meeting potopurunhia mu chechirenche unamo ne bakofo ne sinkonwa no mu kwapa mba fast ntokwa we eto atuma twefisade yakoso no airtime ebumzo agaze kire mi sem amanyofo ne kan ho fisem etu ahodo amabu ni nya no omunya de firi hefa emaburi mpo sabre ka premonto ma no mu ni sika nanso de biada na mu kitato etu na fa hefa mpo na ekopia mboko ne sent Ghana ma amanyofo so bia se omo ye de fa ho pa na ntokwa no eto etimi etwa adehia akaze kire mi se beye mpo ye ma esoja fo nkwaje boko moso na mo na hwe hu se adehia ne betime de mra so firi sabe petepepeto ya de mra na wo ne sent se boko fo na madwensem wanom aboye yemfita do kunso ye ma mra ne ya adwuma ne yam sibira mo pa na mo na ntokwa no eto entimentwa adehia akaze kire mi se ne nim yata Ghana man perinye bi mfa fo se boko ntokwa ne wa hwe bedu bebe ne Ghana betime atetre mo man apo e wo man yi mu
senior ben borders ne nkeka ho ne se omo ama asomdwe amba akaida fo ne nkrofo kura betumi agbaura ho de basabasa etumi abaga na ntibe sere se ahemfofo ne mrantie ne ekuku a ho nyina hwe se asomdwe ne bedi hene wo ho because
DLFM 106.9
because we aba ne se o man prepare budget for de bia senior military ne police fo be ko nyina extra budget no mutum ko ye we because senior yet say police fo even IGP ko kura ko ho no yetutu ma ne bo ne ka mu ne kahuna de ni na sabio ye kan bia na ba o man so ntimi so se omo ma asomdwe endi hene
bokufo nkasa no yen ka jero mu se omo jan because ntoko a omoku no omo le fan se omo nkasa omo nua no obetumi atutu na akobo nkasa wo nua no to hono mu de ti se nkasa omo hwe hono mu no
I say politicians dey omo ho fi nsem no mu kra bisa say etuo na omo nya no omo nya fi he ansa na tuo be fi ya ebe ko boko no ebe travel distance etuo ni fi wiem na ko boko ebe fa lorry kran so ebe ko from one region to the other se du boko nti ba ne say na etuo etumi fia ekoduro certainly enkofo bi na ehye because etuo fia ekoboko a say intelligence adwuma o man no ma say at least police and security agencies no mutumi nya information no mutumi clamp down on all this things because etuo na ekodi ankwansem no my dear I know you etuo ekodi ankwansem o man we mu no say ban amfa ne na ensi for ma na wanye bibia amfa ho a ye koye nim no ede nsem bebre beba
osa empanimfo no ekogu na wo munya kasa bi no wo kasa na afi nso panimfo no wo mu na eye entientia wo se ya wo no mbe kasa bibia be ko boko na sojafo nso ya ma sojafo no nso nya mo wo se ya bibia ni a wo mo nso ho badwo yanga nchiro se wo munya abotre na de wo mu hwe bia abotre nso wie nkunimdie tokwan de emfa hwe ma we abo we akun ye na hu hia ti abotre na wo se wo munya ne hwe de nyambe
ne mamuma no amobunu no na ye program na me bonsam na ma ko tokwan ye sa aka hu info no ti mi kan bom so ke na mu frem we frem ne ba ne wa frem ne de we frem ne so me pacho ma de ne ba fom de si we ma pro se wo kusa se wo so ka wa no ti mi kan bom na mu ti amu ase maybe amu ba na ti mi ajai
Any awoti ye Ghana de shebi e no ma kire o madwen e de afa boko entokwa ekoso ho no mo no eho no
Yentoa kase bone so na tememfo bi omo Kumasi e wa Asante Mantam mu abekye o madwen e de afa eto o matuma sese ono eye kane abo no o matumu e de akọ 14.7%. Sanso na nsuo buo nso so etimi akọ 4.02% a eye omo tries no mo kase eyade a ayi adesoa kese pa ana aba beto mo so sanse nkane anankasa mu no enyina so ade ebekira bia eye dumso na ana eba nti ade nti na ban untimi enhwe eye dumso ina unsi anokwan na emom oba ode eto kese se eba abeto mo so sanso na nsuo krampo na omode eto foforo asanso aba no enya de nsuo ni po munya bi edidi omudwuma nti omampani kebe ya abomoden a sa eye kane ahon sensem ekoso dumso no obetimi apɛ ho asema ka ansa na odi eye to kese sei aba betutu memfo no so na bomodin so se eye sikasem na ho ayeden e wo man yimu ntenye se osore ya na odi eto abetutu memfo no so.
You want to increase electricity, right? Fine. Just stabilize the power for everybody to be convinced that we have constant power supply, but the prices that we are paying is not enough. So you want to come out with a new tariff. That's fine. You understand? How can you increase the price without giving me the better quality to enjoy? It's neither here or not there. They should go back and think about it and come back.
Oh no, for me, I don't think it's good for them to increase it because once you are paying for the bills, you have to have the lights constantly. But when sometimes you get to the house, the light is off. Sometimes the water too. Sometimes they can close the water like for a number of days. So we struggle with. So for the increments, if they are increasing it, they should give a good service. That's all.
Our house, we can buy like lights. We buy lights like 300 cedis. Within a week, the lights will be finished. We are not using air conditioning too. We are only using 2 fridges and 3 television. But yet still, the lights will be finished within 1 week. 300 cedis lights. So for them increasing the electricity bill and those stuff, like seems to be tough for us. Yeah.
It's not okay. But we are experiencing doomsday in Ghana here. If that is going to solve the problem of doomsday there, I'm okay with it. But if it's not going to solve the problem of doomsday, I don't think it's okay enough to increase the bills or the electricity bills.
For them to increase it now, it will be a problem because when I buy 100 cedis prepaid, it just lasts for like 2 weeks or like 3 weeks. So if you're reducing it, that means it's going to last for like 1 week or something like that. And I don't think it's a cool thing at all.
Yeah, fair enough. If that be good for them to operate well for us, we don't have problem paying the increment. But if we agree to pay such amount, such increment, and we can't get what we're supposed to get, I mean the service that we're supposed to get, that would be unfair to us.
DLFM 106.9
about it.
Eni ya uti ye eyetimemfo ni bi omo Kumasi ewo Asante Mantam.
We are ne gina we so adaye ho akwaje na aboafo adwatonde ye ba kase bo no ye beto aso.
Makwantu ohunsam eye medadwen nanso meyensam tronenti menya adaje ye hwehwemu ekohu Sunday Sam's consult na wonom nti ende metimi ba menya abrani adaje ekenkan ye investigations about woman. And me who say wo apply for visa assistance in fairly every say one track records. Madam Sidienie, my minister. Sunday Sam's Consult at the Britia Webby, a better visa amount. So United Kingdom, Canada, Dubai, Poland, Croatia, Nafe Kradia, Serbia, any Greece in so Abeka work permit at Etchery. My mentor woman Etchery Quine. Sunday Sam's Consult, Ewa of Franco Barrier, Asofan, our Bay Wise Park Hotel, Ewa Asofan News Station Honmoa. Frenambe 0244 291546. Email address and also Samuel Osu 626 at gmail.com. Yet we connect dreams with opportunities. A man in your dream, Frewanum, now Subedia dance here. Media.
Yamamo akwaba. Afi yanken kama adwenchebo Facebook no so na yemfa ensomo. We every baba mahama boase na wo kire mi sem. Bosom makom yensentem poni na Ghana mampanin John Dramani mahama ba yi dumso na agi o manga na nyina bosom. Afi nso enemam tututumu sa na ekoso sa galamse nso de na agi ba bia. Enchia kese yankoma Abanga Yakubu Fuseni MPP National Youth Organizer who for yada sepa senior piaga chirem say Ghana man penin na fufuru bia de magana for yantum da na amembo ndi aya na ayin we sufre action boy ATN no chirem sem o hwe live edi free afienya no chirem sem eye mafienya ata mensa no say DLFM news no size in fact ka se bo no Agyei nsem ampa DLFM number 1 yada senior we su every galley Simeon no chirem say good news to the world eye no kre asempapa na ba wi asin Kofi Parliament obisa yesem Enti Ghana panti prices no we need price control in Ghana. Niema bono bia de ope ena de bia batimemfo ne huna mante Ghana mpanifo de pa na moye oman. Oso hwe live edi free agwabo bikuma apa. Sina wonso ya dance we free we chara we no chirem say good afternoon to you. Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy B ni Adwoa Agyei Sikapa. Ose ka sebule mo de pasa no manama na enam DJ Ghana man fidie ni so gbetre station honom na DLFM next Ghana for obi take sebon edi free ma DLFM adwumayefo nyina adwumapa. Sina yanso ya dasi we sufri eye Dr. Dambro also the free eye brimso apa usika na ochire misem the MPP cannot tell Excellency John Dramani Mahama what to do. Also the country does not belong to them. We all saw the kind of things the then Akufo-Addo led government did. In Ghana for yenya Ghana man penino nya na adwuma wa ya dasi pa senior ya dasi pa Charles Mante chire misem what is the word would the caliber of what that is serve Ghanaians attract increases price? Oh no. Mami sanfani biu. Where is the word would the caliber of water? Okay. Now wasi yemiza sana isi akrampo ni nso kwa Ghana for ewa himfa nso a ya numa omode ma Ghana for enei ya numa nti we pa ye nso a esi ya tuma na we senior man Mantene bi say. So what is the word would the caliber of water that is served Ghanaians attract increases. Oh, Rade Nyankopon edion. Senior man Mantene says so ya de ma Ghana for nti na ya tunu bu mu no. Nsu papa na nka say wa himfa na ne ya tumi no. Oh, no. There been so we bo pa de ya be de kure ni. Ya tumi ha adwen ye pa. Ko vitela de na am say ni te. Na ye de ageta. We are Ghana ni kasebo na gina we so na ya bunu koma. Na we ye happy birthday. Enko enfama Amuzu Joseph. Dodo na fra we kingdom. Eye no kure pa we kingdom ampa. Intene wa woda efriwa wankasa wadamfo. Odofo pa ne ho ofepa Doreen esietu. Ena ose yen kan kira wo Amuzu Joseph ene wa wodanti aka kingdom. Yankopɔ won hira ho. Na nya okese pa na de pa bia wasase we so no. Ebi emra won sabrem. Afu ene ye wura Yankopɔ ma enwosra enye wo ma. We agi type pa ne bo wachi. Yankopɔ hira pa na nya okese pa we eye Amuzu Joseph ado fra ose kingdom. Evankasa odofo Doreen esiedu ena ose yemfa ema we. Eye Doreen esiedua ha na ose yemfa ma we. Eno chinsi we so ekwade ama Prince Saki aka Poga Fresh. We every adamfo a ne dindi abebro name o wataka bompie so ampa we fresh guy ampa enti we ne wa woda Prince Saki aka Poga Fresh ene wa woda Yankopon won hira wo no mpagya ne nya okese pa Kofi pictures ne dandan ma me wona hwe akoni benya sempem tini senti eye Prince Saki adodo afra wo se Poga Fresh Yankopon nya okese se de wanim tie na Yankopon hira pa na nya okese wo wataka bompie so Yankopon tre ne mu fa nkyere no nya okese pa na obede we no enya so kwa Yankopon enhyehira opa na manhyan embosum enti we awoda kese fru ankasa wadamfo ne dende abebroni a owata kwabom pies no fia emfa awoda sonko we Enfa emawo.
Kwadwo, na happy birthday Kesia Kwama, the most special and amazing person ever. Mr. Isaac Amon Kote, the international man. Happy birthday to you, dear Nyamisho Bebrena Onya Okesia. Onyi wu enfri adumu enkwa adumu. Onya wakuma swade nina enfema bibi biara openo. Onyankopon enyema umpa iba wabache nina. Ontie enfema. Happy birthday once again, Mr. Isaac Amon Kote.
Your friend is saying
Isaac Amon.
What's a special day?
Special.
Person.
Special and amazing person.
Person in your life, and I said, because someone can so.
Special and amazing person ever.
In
the world.
I said, man, I can. Master, you see, I mean, go straight to the point. No. In your life, no, yes. No.
Oh, yes, because I mean, you make us na madam for he's special.
As my candy. When you said the Tibian, who be bro. Me bro.
Papa no.
Aha. Oh yeah, so I can say amazing person, no. In now they are so in my life. I feel now your boy and Sam Kesia man.
Oh, okay, in my life.
I feel the why. We are gonna need Kesia one year dear see. Emusemu for no hey amaze maybe entry the same and the buy Coffee Taylor the nation's MC that ye copy mum our Facebook on so na come some say Adwoa you go sprinter ya Sina Adwoa say we message no more the pa copy as someone say Adwoa you go sprinter ya oh best sprinter ya unwe da office ya nkwala gufia hwe ye koya ni mo hama eye dem mo jere me say greetings. I say greetings family. That's a pan. And Adwoa yes also one basika.
Nana. Nana Adwoa Silky. On this sexy journalist. Ene Kwame Fum.
Na tire muhima.
Infifi muhima. Radio mu yasantua.
Libya yami adoma echane ebesu no. Echane ebe ye. Say Yesu. Echana say yewura yitem. And we Yesu ama Yesu Kristo. And ibra besu china. Wate? Ana mankani ye kura. Internet ya ya wada kompon ha be de sad no. Wi you kasa free for wa ha ho e visa ha no be de sesere. Koso na twa na Adwoa Sikri enne pamfo enne mba be sompa. Ye mu nyina mo eni tia ade hye.
Midimafo pokwase